dear Christian in the whole world, and dear American President, dear European Union. This is Günther Fellinger-Jahn speaking. I'm calling here from Vienna to recognize the Republic of Biafra. Biafra in ex-Nigeria, Nigeria, to my regret, and this is a non-working state, and they have committed genocide in 1967 to 1970 against the Christians of Biafra and the people of Biafra, and now they are all well, since the last 15 years, living in terrible conditions. They are often led for some jihadists to kill them, and there is atrocities about atrocities. And it's much better for the people of Nigeria if Biafra becomes their own state, and they can sort out then inside Nigeria the other issues, or maybe there will be other regions which are better off in this non-working state of Nigeria. So ex-Nigeria must start with Biafra, and the international community, contrary to the 1960s and 70s, must support the independence of Biafra Republic. In the 1967-90, that tragic years, the West was at its weakest. There was the Vietnam War, and tragically Nixon, who was positive for the people of Biafra, but he did very little, and I want to apologize for his failures, and I want to especially criticize and also apologize for the Imperial UK and French governments who were actually supporting, due to all interests, Nigerian centralists' crackdown on the poor people of Biafra. And we, as Christians, as Europeans, should absolutely stand with Biafra and support them. And that's why I call on President Trump and on the European leaders, Ursula von der Leyen, please, I beg you, I pray, recognize the Republic of Biafra. It's no need for military intervention or these things. Just do the political steps of recognition of these poor people to have their own state, to live in security, and of course then recognition goes with the ability to be recognized and also to defend yourself. It's much better than having a military intervention in Nigeria, having the Biafra Republic equipped and armed to be able to defend herself against the potential invasion from the Nigerian centralist forces of that failed state. And so here the defense comes with the recognition, and that's exactly how we should do. Biafra Republic, please my friends, I beg you, recognize it and build a strong, viable state, part of the free world. And that's what I call the Fellinger doctrine and also the Fellinger economics. Build a decent state, part of the free world, no BRICS, but OECD, no kind of alignment with genocidal Russia, but alignment with America, with the European Union, with the free world. And we will have a free trade agreement, open economics, of course the flat tax, I like very much, and the currency, which Nigeria never did, to join the Euro-Pact area. This is the best policy for West Africa, and Biafra will be a proud member of the Euro-Pact area, and this will be delivering much more prosperity in the future, and we will trade, and we will work together in the global partnership of NATO, and this is my call for Biafra Republic to be independent and to be part of the free world, alongside Fellinger doctrine and Fellinger economics. And I thank you very much for your attention. Please, President Trump, please, Ursula von der Leyen, be on the side of the light, of the good people of Biafra, of the Christians of Africa, and allow them their own state to live in security and peace and prosperity. Thanks a lot from Vienna. This is Günther Fellinger-Jahn speaking. All the best. Bye.
Made a grand entry into the issue that has to do with Christian genocide. You know, Amazon Americano is not left out. I consider the fact we had, as was reported in some platform, that, you know, the Israeli government paid him a secret visit right there in Sokoto prison. And, you know, before even Donald Trump, as at 12:30 or thereabout yesterday, you know, announced the military invasion and strike on northern Nigeria, especially starting from Sokoto, you know, where we will have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu imprisoned, you know. So if you look at the statement of Benjamin Netanyahu, you know that all is set for the world leaders currently now to champion a particular direction. People did not see it coming. Even though there were speculations, there were hope, you know, from Biafrans in diaspora from all over the world, you know, are looking at it that direction. Some even saying, you know, that is the best option if there is going to be any uprising. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's safety is of paramount importance to us, you know. So you can see very clearly that that has actually, you know, paid off. Yes, we are hearing very clearly that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release is being discussed in the U.S. Congress currently now And the beefing up security, like I told you, though it was reported that some Israeli maybe security agent experts finally are trying to condone and make sure that nothing comes closer to where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is currently now. And it is the beginning of glory of the first Jewish nation in Africa, talking about Biafra today. There's no how you're going to talk about how you are going to liberate Christians from Nigeria without creating a Christian nation. And that is what the world wants to see today. I can quote you directly from Australia, which happens to be the first country to back Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's release from detention, in case the military onslaught in the north spill over. What are the options left for the United States of America and Israel, who had just intervened? Israel did not just intervene because they love Nigeria. And remember that Nigerian government also took a stand on the issue that has to do with Middle East, where they came out openly at the United Nations General Assembly and backed a terrorist organization like Hamas against a civil state like Israel. So and the grand entry of the Israeli into this shows carries a lot of weight currently now on Nigeria. There's a lot of things. Aso Rock is gradually being going silent gradually, because the president is not in Aso Rock currently now, is not in Abuja currently now, and people are wondering, where will Mr. President be? We have not had anything directly.
They're waiting for his broadcast.
Yes, they're waiting for his broadcast. We have not had anything directly from the president. The only person that was able to come up is the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Toga, who was trying to tell the whole world how smart Nigeria is to collaborate with U.S. government on the first strike in the northern atmosphere. But that was not the picture the United States of government were painting. Donald Trump declared in that tweet that on my directive, it didn't include Nigeria there. I didn't know how Nigeria, came in from another angle and started claiming, there was a synergy, an intelligence that was shared before that bombing actually, now take place. But that is not what the world is looking at. The options, is what the people are talking about today. Since the Northerners has come out openly and said no going back on Sharia, and that there's no force on earth that can disband the Sokoto Caliphate. And remember, the bombing started in Sokoto, signaling, that Sokoto might be invisible hand behind the spread of Islamists and terrorists and attacks on civilian communities around Nigeria. So the heat, I think the one is heat, and there's likely there's going to be more heat in that direction. But it's a clear signal that the Biafran agitation and solidarity has gotten global and has gotten the attention of the world. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be moved, released, or possibly granted freedom by omission or by commission. Any way you look at it, the United States of America is ready. I remember, like it's been reported, like I said earlier, the Israeli intelligence agency has already condoned, how many meters away for protective tendencies, considering the fact that one of the people who are going to spearhead the negotiation of breakaway of Biafra from Nigeria is in detention currently now, and he is the man of the moment. All the structures of international community or of the global world leaders, are going to see his directive on the issue of, finally recognizing Biafra as a sovereign nation. Just like what the United States of America is saying today, that the United States of America is a Christian nation. And for you to get this actually right and save Christianity and humanity from the onslaught that is going on within Nigeria, a massive killing. You can imagine in a situation where over 600,000 Christians have been killed and over 18,000 churches burnt down. That is enormous. That's enough for them to look at it and know clearly. Even before now, there was a serious agitation for the disintegration of Nigeria, and Biafra was at the forefront.
Okay, but a lot of people, a lot of Nigerians are rejoicing as regards this bombardment that the US, finally, strike down these bandits. But a lot of people are saying, is this not a disgrace to a sovereign nation called Nigeria? And at the same time, do you not think the US government are trying to just collapse the Sultan Caliphate, because I think from their own intelligence they found out that the Sultan might be involved, just like you said, might be involved in this. You don't not think the division of Nigeria is coming to an halt?
Of course, that was due. It has been long expected. That's the fact. A lot of Nigerians are reacting, some on the positive side, and some on the negative side. Some are trying to bring sentiment into it. Some are trying to be biased over it. Some are trying to tell you that they are a sovereign nation, and they look at a statement coming from somebody who we don't know who is, whether he's in Lebanon, wherever he is. I'm talking about Sheikh Gumi, saying that they should halt any further attacks on their brothers who are freedom fighters. They are no longer terrorists. And secondly, he's saying that an enemy cannot come out and point an enemy for them, that they are the North. Of course, the Muslim community in Nigeria knows their enemy, and that they will not allow the enemy to invade them. So that's the picture the Northerners are actually painting at the moment now, and while millions of Nigeria are already applauding it. The presidency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, seems to be silent over this. We don't know actually the reason why until now we have not been able to hear any broadcast, whether he is on order. He is on order and not to speak pim to anybody, unless it can trigger, a serious backlash where America might decide to do otherwise. Whatever it is, as they claim, whether they are sharing intelligence or not, that is not our business. But what I'm saying is that, it looks like it's a unilateral decision by the United States of America to begin military onslaught on terrorist hideout and sponsors across 36 states of the Federation. And they are starting from Sokoto anyway, but that's what it means. And that shows that, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be rescued, from that corner. And you can see how brutal it is, where the bomb is seen to have been hit for the first time in the history of Nigeria. The first time America is hitting Nigeria, they are hitting the northern part of the country. Not only the northern part of the country, the Sokoto Caliphate, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being imprisoned. And they are aware. You can't tell me that the Israeli and nobody can tell me that they are not aware that the IPOB leader, the supreme leader himself of Biafra, is in detention in Sokoto for charges, that was conspired against him, and they made that.
All what he said is happening.
No, of course, that's why the followership has finally multiplied globally as more solidarity are coming. And we learned that there might be an executive order, just like what happened to Sunday Jackson. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be left off the hook with immediate effect, or the risk, marine invasion, or Mossad invasion, or any form of rescue that can be carried out by CIA agent or FBI agent. You can see they kept the Nigerian intelligence away. They don't want this thing to be compromised, and most of these things, are covert operations. They do not want to disclose because of sabotage. So anybody that is telling you that Nigeria is aware that this and that, they can be aware, but they don't know how it happens. That is just the thing. So you cannot claim that you are aware, because America does not want sabotage. And remember, too, that the time came when they entered the same north and rescued their own citizens and fly away. Nigeria never complained. Nigeria does not know how it happened till this moment. So if they are coming now to go to the international media houses and begin to claim, yes, that we are aware, we are the one that directed this thing, that is not what Trump said. What Trump tweeted is very clear. Tonight, at my directive. So he didn't say tonight, at my directive with Nigerian government. He never mentioned that, So the backlash of that tweet is what Nigerian government, is trying to recruit to, yes, we are aware and other. But no matter what happens, the sovereign nation has been disvirgin completely as a result of that movement. So currently now, Nigeria is not a sovereign nation. And for the fact that Nigeria is not a sovereign nation, it means that, the reality of balkanization is very clear. And there is massive voting and campaign and petitions scattered all over the world. Like the Australian diplomat made it very clearly that it is very clear now, for them to look at it and declare Biafra a sovereign nation and a Christian nation where Christian can be protected in this type of nation called Nigeria. Apart from the view of Gunter, of the NATO chief, who has also told that line. A lot of people has also told that line. They are taking in that direction too, considering the fact that so many congressmen like Raleigh Moore, Arnold Mike, and the rest of them are putting the options of Biafra on the table to save Christianity. And of course, that will be the only hope, to stop this genocide, Christian genocide that's going on in Nigeria. Because if you are able to come in militarily, like America is doing, after some time, you go and leave, these guys can regroup and it can be extremely dangerous. So the best option for them is that as they are trying to weaken their stronghold, they should also consider the fact, there is agitation for Biafra, a Christian nation, that can also be a refuge center for all the persecuted, Christians in the north who might be seeking refuge in a friendly nation. So it should be an option. The United States of America and of course Israel should look into and consider it something that will be of immense, cooperation to stop Christian genocide.
But do you not think they'll revenge? Do you not think these bandits will revenge on the Christians?
That's what I'm saying now. They are likely uprising, depending what we are talking about today. Say, definitely there might be some level of protest, there may be uprising, but the fact like the Northerners are trying to defend now, say those people are freedom fighters, they're no longer Boko Haram. So if there's going to be an uprising, I think it will make Biafra come faster, because they will look at the options and say, okay, that's what it is. You guys are freedom fighters. You want Sharia, you want Sokoto Caliphate. Okay, you can go and practice it in your own place, and are not using national unity of Nigeria as an infiltration to keep people in other regions. That would not be acceptable. So the best thing to sustain this struggle is total disintegration of Nigeria and allow Biafra to go.
Don't forget to always, watch, like, share our videos to your, our families and friends, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel for more updated news in Nigeria and around the globe. Thank you very much.